Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Guess what, guys? It's Friday. We know what Friday is. Story time. When y'all come in, make sure you all hit the like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'm trying to start coming in between 11 and 11:30. It's sort of the scheduled time when I go live. I try to do that. It's not always an exact time. I've been doing chores and trying to get some laundry done, some more trash up, and just enjoying my day before the rain comes back in over the weekend. Um, Today's story time, I'm going to wait to some of y'all viewers and regular, this committed devotional of my followers and fans come on, and y'all going to pick out which book you want to read. If it's something devotional, like what I've been reading, the Taste of Young Adults books, you decide. I'll name the title and you pick it out and write it out. If you want me to still read Keeper, or if you want to do it in numbers, we'll do it this way. If you want me to read Keeper, you write 1. If you want me to read Get Back with Wink and Poppy and Midnight, put 2. If you want me to read Nicole Brown about her life, how she was murdered, that'll be 3. I've not done no stories or reading out of this one. Well, I did. I talked about it, discussed it, but I don't think I did a new story out of it. But yeah, there's several books. This is a set of poetry from different poetry writers. I am going to read some things out of here. So you all just let me know. I'm just waiting on some people to come in, to show up, to show and tell whoever just come in. Welcome to my channel. It's going to be story time. If you have patience to stay, feel free to stay a little while. And you all going to be the ones that's going to pick out what you want me to read today. Instead of me always picking out the book, I think the viewers should have a chance to pick out a certain book or a certain title that speaks out to them to read. And we're going to do it in numbers. If you want me to read Keeper, you press in, of course, number 1. If you want me to read about Nicole Brown, the private diary of her life interrupted, press 2. If you want me to go back and read Wink and Poppy Midnight, that can be 3. You all decide. But I need more people to come in because this helps with my watch time credits. And with more people, you get more viewers. It's more fun that way. And I like for all of us to grow like a loving YouTube family. If we all help each other grow and connect, we'll all be happy. We'll all get somewhere. We'll all accomplish something in life. It's very important. You set your goals. You take your notes. The most thing, which a lot of people I notice don't do, and a few, you always pray before you do anything. You pray about it. Pray away them mistakes and negativity that tries to come creeping in on you. You want positivity energy. Positive goes a long way. And if you're around a good, positive, friendly people, I promise you it's going to keep you in that positive way. And you'll want to help bring others up that's actually down. They don't feel so positive. That also, they see it from you. They see a change or a different attitude. They're going to know where that change come from. And you pretty much show and tell by your attitude, your actions, how you speak to people. It goes a long way. It's very important. Hello, Wayne. How you doing? What's up? It's Friday. And it's sunshine in my way. It took you a minute, I guess, to get plugged in over there. I seen where it's showing 1 viewing, but it took a little bit for you to get on, I guess. Make sure your brother follows me on Instagram too. I also have Twitter, SexyBlonde124. I think it's the same pictures on my profile on here. That's the one I want to put up on Instagram, but I put an older picture up. I don't really like that picture. I want to change it and haven't figured out how to do it on my Apple phone. It's a little different on my computer because my blind self didn't put my same information from my computer and my phone. I wanted it different. Something easy to remember. Because a lot of times on a MacBook computer, it don't always read your password. If you don't go to that certain app for a while, it don't always read it. It does it with Androids or Windows phones. So I changed it for that reason, because I know I can remember it on my phone, and I don't have no problems with it. It's just still learning stuff. Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay? I got my air conditioner blasting a little bit, but it's starting to get hot. It's going to be a warm day. It's going to be up in the 90s. It's going to feel like summertime. I think it's spring's in the books, and now it's jumping straight into miserable summer. But I like warmer weather better than cold. I can't stand the cold weather. I can't hardly move unless I'm around a fire or I'm bundled in layers. And sometimes when you're in layers, you feel like you ain't warm, warm enough in the cold weather. But I'm letting some more people come on and figure out what books they want me to read today. I thought about it. I've always pretty much done the picking out. They get enough viewers, and they can be the ones to pick. And you can list it in numbers. And if you want me to read Wink and Poppy Midnight, Keeper, that's number 1. Wink Poppy Midnight's number 2. Where I've been reading and where we left off. Number 3 is Nicole Brown Simpson. A lot of men don't like that. It's usually a woman's type book there. Their private diary where life was left interrupted. Her best friend was the one that wrote about her story. I got confused on that. She didn't get a chance to, and people broke in their houses, stole all her evidence, and make the story short, she come out at top. Her sister was going to get justice. She did. She wrote the story about it. They found all the evidence. That's what it's about. All that crap with O.J. Simpson and all that. But I've always wanted that book, and it took now the age 46 to finally get a copy of it. I was even trying to buy it from the library because they had other copies they were trying to sell off. Help get more money in to establish newer books in the library. But they were running short on those copies, so she was being greedy and wouldn't sell it. So I said, bump it. I finally got me one. Yeah, I have a Twitter account as well. Sexy Blonde 124. SXY, and blonde, BLONDE 124. Yeah, I have a Twitter, Instagram. I have a Reddit, blogging, my videos there. I got a blog it page. I have a blogger page on my. I have one that's called Jane Writer's Page, where I wrote a few things on it. What's the other one? I connected with Facebook with that, so I don't never lose my information. So I'm connected to Facebook. I got my own Pinterest, and it's AP. Oh, my internet's disconnecting again. I don't know why it's doing this. Can you? Okay, it's back. My internet just come back in. It just started doing this. It ain't never been doing this. It showed a red page. Your internet is unable to connect. We're trying to reconnect. But it will work faster this time than it did the other day. Hello, world. You finally made it back, stranger. Where you been, girl? We've been missing you on my channel. Everybody's, been wondering what's up. My bestie told me you've been studying a lot with your school, so that's understandable. Guess what? It's Friday. We like Fridays. Make sure everybody hits the like button when they come in. That helps pop out more views. When more people come in, they like your channel. We all know on Fridays is story time. Today it's going to be a little something different. Whoever comes in, I get enough viewers. You all's going to pick the story today. From the selection of books I have, I want you all to pick the story. Whoever has the most of that number picked wins. If we got, say for example, more people want me to read Keeper than Wink and Poppy, or it can be a tie, that kind of things. I'm just waiting on more people to come in right now. Nothing going on a whole lot other than got some chores done. I try to start going live about this time between 11 and 11:30 now. I felt it was too early before, and like I said, it affects other people's time zone where they live. Everybody's not on the same time zone, so it varies. So I'm trying to judge. A lot of people's far away from me, from my subscribers. I'm trying to judge the time frame. You have a great day too. We miss y'all too. I'm doing great. How you been doing? My internet went out a little bit there, but it come back. It does that occasionally. How you been doing these past few weeks? Have you been studying hard? Are you about done, or you just started school? You have a bad connection, so do I. It's like everybody's internet's been messing up. I know I'm not the only one. I'm doing great. My air's on. Can y'all hear me okay? I'm doing really good. How about you? Can you see me? We miss you too, girl. I mean, between you and Wayne and David, y'all keep it entertained on my channel pretty good. I like how y'all do that. Y'all are very talented with stuff like that. Hurry back, Wayne. It'll come back in. Just give it time. Sometimes you got to refresh it. Reset your page. Sometimes you have to reboot your system. Are you on a computer, or are you using your cell phone? Are you using a computer or cell phone? Hurry back. I'm here. Everybody's connection. I mean, if it keeps doing this, I'm not going to be able to do no live stream today. And I can do uploads, but it's kind of hard with holding the book. And, you know, if you got notes you're taking, it's kind of hard to do all that and holding your phone. Because I don't have one of them special cameras yet. I'm working on getting me one very soon. I've been having trouble with my connection as well. Just whenever y'all get y'all's internet situated, come on back. Stay a while if you can. If you have to take breaks, you got college going on, you do it at home, then you have to do what you got to do. But if you're not in school, you try to do work from home and make some income that way. It's good, to stay loyal and, stay on people's channel. It helps. We help each other with our watch time and things. I don't think when you do uploads, the watch time hours count as it does when you go live. I've been having a question in my mind about that. Do you all know anything about that? Whoever come in, welcome. Make sure you hit the like button. This is story time. On Fridays, I most of the time do story time. Sometimes I'll switch them up and do it on a Thursday. Sometimes I switch. I did that, I think, the weekend, the Friday before last. I've done it on a Thursday before. Hello, welcome to my live stream. Good. Hello, Bestie. How's it going? I'm doing great. How you doing? Salsa keeps having internet connection problems. I was earlier. Yeah, story time is happy. And what day is it? It's Friday, people. Yay! It is Friday. One of my favorite days of the week. And also Saturdays. All right, we're going to do something different. This time you all's going to pick. I'm going to tell the number of the book, and you all type in what number of book that you want me to read. Whoever has the most of that certain number of that book is the winner. Let's see here. I got to make sure I got my other book out. One of them I forgot to take out. Sorry about that. The choices are, don't put the number down yet till I call them all out. Number 1, Keeper. If you want us to go back to where we left our Keeper, you press 1. If you want to go back where we left off of Wink and Poppy Midnight, press 2. If you want me to read some in the words of wisdom, 4. That's a little inspiration, certain scriptures in the Bible. I also have books about, but just actually for little kids on that, so I kind of put that to the side. I might be doing a free giveaway or something with them. I haven't decided yet. There's one coming up. I've been saying that for a couple of months. I just don't have all the things and projects together with it. But there's one coming up soon. Or shall I say, Keeper 1, Wink and Poppy Midnight 2, Nicole Brown's Sense in the Private Diary of a Life Interrupted, which is her best friend that got to finish writing it. Her sister died. Her sister died before she can actually get the truth out there, Nicole Brown's sister. But her best friend was the one that got the story out there. This is number 3. 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4th one. Wisdom of Words. Okay, you all put your numbers in. Whoever's got the most number in, that's the one that I'll read. There ain't really a lot of people in here. I was trying to wait, to let more people come in. But if we want to wait a little bit more, we can. Unless y'all got a busy day, you got things you got to do. Keeper's 1 for you, okay. Welcome back, Wayne. Which book you want me to read? I'm glowing again. It looks like it's dark on my end because I'm having to charge my phone. So I had to sit it down on the floor on a basket because all the charger's full. I had to charge it on the other side in my living room there. I think it's Sexy Blonde 125 Lisa Thunderberg. That was my marriage name. But I go by Pittman, but the ID is Thunderberg. Lisa Thunderberg with the F. I'll show it to you. Because I think I know you said you already followed me on Instagram, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it pull up. But it's right here. Lisa Thunderberg. No, it's actually got Sexy Blonde 124. But on my other phone it's 125. That's right. When I didn't use the same Apple information in my computer, it kind of changed it up. So it's 124 on my Apple. It looks like that. That's my picture when you find it. Sexy Blonde 124 Lisa Thunderberg. The other one I think was Lisa Pittman Thunderberg, and it was Sexy Blonde 125. And it has the same picture that's up on my YouTube. Somehow they're not reading my password on that one, so just use this one. It looks like that. And David, you follow me too. Any of y'all come on, got Instagram, y'all welcome to follow me. It's been on my live stream a while. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram. You can sign up on AP. You can follow me there. I have a Facebook account. But I'm not on Facebook all the time. I just do my stories mostly on that lately. I got a Snapchat as I keep up with my daughters with that. It's usually for their generation. I see a lot of older people uses it. It's like Instagram is technically supposed to be the teenager of our kids' generation, but there's adults using it. So I use it for them and do little story things like that on there. Keepers one. Are you back? Salsa, welcome back. My internet kept going out as well. You can't understand it. It's just where you do stories, you follow people, and you do little streaks. The more streaks you do every day, it builds up your audiences and stuff. Instagram, you can do stories longer. I like it better because it don't cut you off as fast as Snapchat. Snapchat cuts you off a lot. But I basically use it for my girls because they use it. Welcome back, world. Welcome back. My internet's been messing up too a little bit when I first started my live stream. I mean, I think it was Monday. It was really acting up Monday. And I just had to type and I had to go and end it because it wouldn't load back. It has to do with the weather and stuff like that. So those that got lost and had to come back, which book would y'all like me to choose? Davidson said 1. If you want Keeper, press 1. If you want Wink, Poppy, and Midnight, press 2. If you want number 3, Nicole Brown Simpson, The Private Diary of a Life Interrupted, that's the 3rd one. You all get to decide which book you want me to read from. 1 second. Or y'all can discuss and talk a little bit till we wait till more people comes in. Either or, because it helps when you got more people on your channel. Sorry about that. I had to text my oldest daughter. She's frying her or baking her up some hot wings. It's one of her favorites. Every now and then I'll get a text say, "Did you find my Instagram, Wayne?" You don't have to keep apologizing. Everybody loses connection. It happens. Like I said, I lost it Monday. And when I first started going live, it broke right up when Wayne come on. You have what? You got the bookkeeper? Or you'll have that your internet breaks up. Yeah, you'll have that. It happens. Have any of y'all ordered the bookkeeper yet? Or ordered Wink and Poppy Midnight and got you a copy of it yet? They're both good books. But I'm just waiting on, like I said, if more people comes on. Make sure everybody hits that like button each time you catch me live. You won't miss me if you click the bell. Make sure my bell's clicked on. That way you can catch me when I do go live. Thank you. So you found me? Go and let me know and leave a message that way I know you follow me. For some reason it didn't show up on there. I got Twitter, Instagram, I got Blogger, I got Reddit, AP for all poetry, Snapchat, Facebook, I got Messenger, I got Pinterest, or Pinterest, however you pronounce that, Pinterest. It's connected with my Facebook. So if I ever screw up and lose my password again, I'll better find it connected through them. There's tricks and ways where you ain't got to always go into your Google email to find it. I found little shortcut ways, and that's how I've been able to cover it. If I ever mess up and forget it on here, I'm screwed because they're not the same as my computer. So, but I get it written down. They're both written down. I got my partner's written down. He's stubborn, don't want to write stuff like that down. So it happens sometimes. All right, for some reason it's showing up on this phone. I got it to charge last night, but the battery's dropping quick. I just got one from David. And I'm trying to see if I got it on this one. Because maybe I can still add it. I don't know why, because like I said, the Apple information is different from my phone and computer. Let me see if I got it on here. It should show it. It should show it in my followers, but I don't see it on my phone. It pulled up on my Motorola phone. That was weird. It's got to be the same. It's the same picture. It's the same Instagram. It's not showing on here. So I know what I got to do. I got to just put his name on this one and then follow you. So hold on 1 second. Whoever comes in, make sure you hit the like button. We're just waiting for more people to come in. And y'all gonna pick a vote at a 1 through 4 on which book you want me to read today. Because on Fridays is story time. Just 1 second. For some reason it didn't pull up on here. It pulled up on my Motorola phone. That's weird. Let's see. Maybe. There he is. Awesome. Now where's yours at, Wayne? I don't see it on here. I gotta type your name in to get it on this one. Shoot. What is your name on Instagram, Wayne, so I can put yours in here? Oh, I see it. It just pulled it right up. For some reason, it didn't show it. But I think I got you followed. Just checked as you're followed. So I think I got you followed on here. Awesome. Now I got both of y'all on there. There we go. Wait a minute. What in the world? Okay. It was some kind of weird message. I got y'all now. Thank you. Now y'all both are followed. Y'all get y'all's ad. You win. Oh, I didn't see. Who else picked? F as in frog. U as in umbrella. N as in note. D as in dog. E as in elephant. R as in rabbit. B as in boy. U as in umbrella. R as in rabbit. K as in king. FUNDERBURK. Pregnant, I want to do it there. That's gay. Hold on a minute. This is being silly. I guess that ain't gonna work. Okay. Alright. So who won? Let's see. You got my name. You want my name for Twitter? Or do you already have Twitter? You sent me a message on Instagram. Let me check on this one. Because I don't think I had it yet. Oh, I got it. I got it. Just want to make sure. All right, let's see who won. Um, hold on a minute. Just 1 second. One second. Now on Twitter's got Lisa Pittman as Sexy Blonde 124. You just put Pittman. I got 213 followers and 32 followers. I don't know why it changed back to this picture because it's supposed to have the picture I got up here. Maybe it did that when it was daggone updating, but this is what my Twitter account looks like. It's Lisa Pittman. You know how to spell Pittman, that's what it looks like on there. Is it too blurry? Can you see it? Sexy Blonde 124. It's like it switched it around or something. That's weird. I'm gonna change that picture, Days. I don't like that picture. It ain't my best picture. I just washed my hair and then I didn't really like it too good. But you said you win. Nobody else didn't participate in the number of books. I got you. It's spelled just like on my banner, Pittman. Then, then, just like that. Maybe my air, y'all can't hardly hear me because of the air conditioner, but it's supposed to be a real hot day today. So who wants me to read Keeper? Press 1. Who wants me to read Wink and Poppy Midnight? Press 2. Press 3 if you want me to read Nicole Brown. And 4 if you want me to read a little bit out of Words of Wisdom, which is actually Psalms and Proverbs. It's got scripture and all kind of had it upside down. Might help me turn the book around right. My brother gave me this book. I never read a good bit out of here. But I lost my page. I know I'll find it, but I read a lot in this book. Oh, there it is. I think I'm on day like day one because I skip around reading just one section. And it's little and cute. I'll be all right in a minute. So nobody else don't want to participate. Everybody else agrees with Keeper. Everybody agrees with going back to Keeper or Wink, Poppy, or Words of Wisdom. Keeper it is then. It is the most prettiest book that I got out of the pleasure the book readings. We're going to have to back up because I got a little bit ahead. I couldn't seem to put the book down last weekend. All right, we're going to read the last line and be starting on chapter 4. And I hope if y'all can't hear me, tell me to do the thumbs up if I need to turn my volume up more or if it's too loud. You all have to be the judge of that. Am I clear? Do y'all hear me okay? Do thumbs up if you hear me. It was the very same emerald amulet that had hung from the bloody woman's throat. Now we're about to be on chapter 4. The electric guitar, the riffs coming from my alarm clock were loud enough to wake the dead. I fumbled for the snooze button, muttering curses under my breath. When the room was silent, I collapsed back against my pillow, pulling the blanket over my head. I groaned, my stomach rolling with the nausea that comes from lack of sleep. In the last 48 hours, I had spent every spare minute searching the internet for anything that might explain my encounter with the blood-covered woman. I also been confiscating my house for clues as to why the necklace in the picture of my mom and the one the woman wore were the same. Yet the only thing I found in my searches was way too many disturbing websites and a hell of a ton of decimites. I almost asked Gareth about the photograph, but every time I mentioned my parents, especially my mom, he always looked so sad. I hated seeing the grief still fresh after all these years in his eyes, so I usually didn't bring them up. Besides, I was still convinced there was some kind of logical explanation for it all. I just had to find it. But what about the handprint on your arm? What does it mean? How is it possible that the woman you saw was wearing the same necklace as your mother? The voice in my head repeated the same 3 questions that kept me tossing and turning all night long. I just want to sleep, I grumbled. I just want it all to go away. Thankfully, the alarm wailed again, pushing away everything except my annoyance. The opening strains of AC/DC song blasting through the speakers. Can you imagine getting woke up by that? That made me turn literally flips off the bed right onto my head. No, that's not something to be waking up to, something like that. And I slapped at it and at the clock like I've been doing for the past half an hour. Why in the hell's my alarm on anyway? It is Saturday. I closed my eyes, snuggled deeper under the covers, and immediately jolted upright. Shit, I shouted. When the realization dawned on me, there was a reason I had to set my alarm for bright and early on Saturday. Why I had set it to the local classic rock station, something I couldn't possibly sleep through. Today was the day of the SAT. The clock beside me read 7:45. I think we read this part, haven't we? The test was scheduled to begin in 15 minutes. Throwing the cover back, I leaped out of bed, shrugged off my pajamas, and grabbed the first pieces of clothing my fingers touched. After throwing my hair into a messy bun, I grabbed my backpack and flew out the front door, slamming it behind me. I drove as fast as I dared, trying to ignore the roar. What's wrong with you, Jasper? With the roar of anxiety screaming inside my head. The clock on my dashboard read 7:51. The high school was only a few miles away, but there was no way I was going to make it in time. The red light in front of me seemed to be taking its sweet time, and I slammed my fist against the steering wheel. Turned green already. The light changed colors, almost as if in response to my demand, and I let out a tiny smile of satisfaction before stomping on the gas pedal. I managed to make a few hundred yards before being stopped by another light. I groaned and gripped the steering wheel to keep from beating the crap out of it. The clock now reads 7:55. Green, I yelled through the windshield. The light obviously changed. I sped down the street, praying I wouldn't catch any more lights or run into a cop. I was less than 2 minutes away from the school when flashing red lights and lowering metal alarms indicated an oncoming train. I came to a complete stop, exactly one intersection away from my turn, and burst into tears. The morning frighteners were famous for being incredibly slow and miles long. No, isn't what? What you mean, no, isn't what, David? The clock read 7:58. Are you agreeing with the story? I dropped my head to the steering wheel and tried not to choke out my tears. All that studying, all the stress and worry, the months of preparation, all for nothing. I pounded my fists against the dash. This was entirely my fault. If I hadn't been so distracted, I wouldn't be missing the most important test of my life. The ever reliable voice of reason inside my head began whispering condolences, but I shook my head to silence the sound. It didn't matter that the test would be offered again next month. Early acceptance depended on this round of scores. I wanted to punch myself in the face. Just 10 minutes, I agonized. If I had just gotten up 10 minutes sooner. The warmth flooded through my body, probably some rush of a quickened response into quick and panicking. I sucked in a few ragged breaths. There wasn't anything else I could do. It might be possible to sweet talk the officials into letting me enter the testing room late, but I doubt it. The train was still moving in front of me, but I could see the final car getting closer. This train was much shorter than the ones that usually backed up traffic for miles. Some kind of small miracle. Not that it mattered, especially since I froze, staring at the clock on my dash. The bright green numbers now read 7:48. What the hell? I pulled my cell phone from where I had tossed it into the cup holder and tapped the screen, 7:48. My stomach flip-flopped. Maybe I just read the clock wrong. I thought of that sign hanging in the council office about stress and its effects on the teenage mind. I imagined my poor little overworked brain collapsing on the sofa. with a cold compress pressed against it. Even brains make mistakes, okay? It yelled before bursting to tears. I let out a small chuckle, ignoring the chill inching its way down my spine. The train was past me now, and the metal armed barricades were beginning to lift. I pressed down on my gas pedal, driving on autopilot as my thoughts whirled around like a tornado. I parked in the student parking lot and sat musing as people walked toward the door. My mind was definitely just playing tricks on me. Yes, that is it. Just some weird twist of brain matter. I shook my head and straightened my shoulders. Focus, Styles, I said, double checking my backpack for my calculator and number two pencils. I began to recite vocabulary in my head like a professional star. This implacable adjective, meaning not realistic or believable, indiscernible adjective, defined as impossible to see, hear, or know clearly. Consequential adjective, important or significant. I just need to focus on one thing at a time. Something inside me wailed in a protest, but I ignored it. I had to get through the test. Everything else had to wait. I crossed the parking lot, still murmuring the vocabulary words under my breath. Walked purposely through the doors. When they released us from the testing room, I was relieved. I felt good about the test, but the constant battle between the ability to think critically and the distractions floating around my brain had given me a wicked headache. I wanted nothing more than to go home, curl up in my bed, and stay there until further notice. The handprint on my arm had been stinging all morning, and if I didn't already have plans to meet Maggie at the library, I would have done just that. I parked my car at the end of already busy Main Street. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Again. Really? Now I got to figure out where I was at because I lost my spot. Hold on. Okay. Just going to start back here. When they released it from the testing room, I was relieved. I felt good about the test, but the constant battle between the ability to think critically and the distractions floating around my brain had given me a wicked headache. I wanted nothing more than to go home, curl up in my bed, and stay there until further notice. The handprint on my arm had been stinging all morning. If I didn't already have plans to meet Maggie at the library, I would have done just that. I parked my car at the end of already busy Main Street and headed down the crowded sidewalk toward the town library of Lawbrook. It wasn't a big town, but it was well known for its antiques and local cuisine. The row of buildings were colorful and bright, each one with its own unique character and charm. The large window displays were all decorated in the cheerful oranges and yellows of fall, and pockets of tourists meandered down the walkway, windows shopping and enjoying the smell of cinnamon and banana that wafted through the open door in Giroux's bakery. one of Lawbrook's most ironic locations. The main street hadn't changed much in the last few decades, and the classic Leave It to the Beaver feel of the place drew folks from all over Georgia. Weekends on Main Street were always busy affairs. I dodged around an older couple feeding a parking meter and pulled my phone out of my backpack so I can text Maggie and let her know I was almost there. As the screen lit up, a weird sensation floated over me. All of the hair on my back of my neck stood up. I swallowed and looked up from the screen. The blood-covered woman from the comic book shop was standing on the opposite sidewalk, her long dark hair blowing in the breeze, her sad face locked on mine, and the amulet around her neck, it pulsed like a heartbeat. Laney, the whispered echo of my name boomed in my ears as black splotches appeared in front of my eyes. I blinked, trying to clear them away, but it didn't help. In seconds, my entire field of vision was nothing but darkness. Before I could so much as a whisper, the darkness shifted, giving way to a cyclone of colors that swirled in front of my eyes and spun into life. The swirl took shape, and small bursts of recognizable matter exploded into darkness. A cluster of tall trees, a red-tinted moon, a strange symbol, the acrid taint of smoke, it stung their nose. I gasped, but as soon as they had come, the flashes were gone, replaced again by the familiar sights of Main Street. The woman was closer now, standing in the middle of the street with her dark green eyes trained on my face. The look in her eye made my stomach twist, and I staggered backward, accidentally plowing into the couple at the meter. "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," I said, trying to find my balance. "So sorry." The man and his wife were both giving me disappointing looks, but they seemed too occupied enough with my apology not to scold me. As they pushed past me, I heard the woman muttering something about teenage drug use. Under different circumstances, I would laugh, but my tongue was sticking to the roof of my mouth, and I glanced back to the street, expecting to see those intense green eyes staring back at me, but it was empty. I let out the breath I was holding. "You're just stressed, an aftereffect from the test this morning, a figment of your imagination." The voice of reason was back, soothing me and exactly what I wanted to hear. But the feeling, the calling in my gut, was hard to ignore. Just seeing things, the voice, the whisper, "Am I?" I grumbled, shaking my head, trying to ignore the uneasiness that wrapped around me. I turned my attention back to my phone. I had barely swiped my finger across the screen when loud shouting and the clanging of trash bins startled me so much I dropped my phone with a smack on the concrete sidewalk. Hissing under my breath, I scooped the phone off the pavement, praying to the goddess of expensive cellular products that the screen wasn't busted. Thankfully, it wasn't. The noise was coming from the tiny alleyway in between one of the antique shops and Auntie's Marbolet's house of fritters. I turned to see what all the commotion was about and caught a flash of the white as a body went flying up against one of the brick walls. I gasped and rushed over for a closer look. I glanced around, but no one else seemed to notice what was happening. At the end of the alley, there was a group of guys shuffling around, throwing punches and cursing loudly. I watched the majority form a loose circle around a single fighter wearing a leather jacket and a dark gray t-shirt. 3 against 1. They were circling around the boy in gray, taunting and jeering and reminding me of how a house cat toys with its prey before consuming it. The boy in gray took off his jacket and tossed it behind him. He stood with his back to me, his body rigid and tense. What's he doing? Why doesn't he run? Before I had time to question it further, the boy launched himself into the fray with a battle-like cry that reverberated off the brick walls in less than a second. He punched his nearest opponent in the jaw, sending him flying backwards into the chain-link fence that blocked off the back entrance of the alley. Then he turned and jabbed the second boy in the stomach before delivering a quick blow to the boy's face. The boy shrieked as the blood poured from his nose. I couldn't move from my spot on the sidewalk. I was glued to the fight, watching as the boy in gray whirled around. His movements, and how grateful I was. He was outnumbered but far from outmatched. In fact, he seemed to be enjoying the fight. His laughter contrasted jarringly with the shouts of the other boys. The fight continued, the other boys refusing to back down, though it seemed they were no much fun. They were no match for the boy in the gray, despite their advantage in number. Suddenly, two of the larger boys grabbed the boy in gray. That's my alarm, y'all ignore that. Continue on. In the gray from behind and pinned his arms behind his back. He struggled, but was unable to pull free. The last boy, tall, with stringy, blonde hair, the apparent leader of the group, grabbed something off the ground, a piece of silver that glanced slightly in the dim light. It looked like a sharp piece of metal, a fragment from a broken pipe. My stomach did a somersault. My feet were already moving by the time my brain decided to catch up. Hey, I shouted. Hey! The boys at the end of the alley all turned to look at me, their faces a mixture of shock and confusion. Shit, I said. Now what, Styles? It was just enough of diversion, though, and the boy in the gray took advantage of it, throwing his body weight backwards and slamming his captors into the brick wall behind him. The blind boy lunged forward, swiping a piece of metal through the air, but his arm was easily deflected by the boy in the gray. The two began to grapple. The silver pipe slicing through the air. Shit, I said again. I took a step forward, though I had no idea what I planned to do. Half my mind was already supplying me with visions of the murder I was surely about to witness, and the other half was screaming at me to stop staring like that, like an idiot, and call the cops. I had 1 foot poised to take another step when the back door to Annie Marmalade's, she opened up herself, came pouring out, yelling like a banshee and swinging her rolling pin as if it were a baseball bat. The 3 boys, the leader with the pipe, and his 2 minions scattered like ants, running all directions. 2 of the male servers who worked for Auntie Marley, they looked more like bouncers, really took off after them. The boy in gray, however, was standing still, the chaos staring right at me. He took a step forward, and when his face hit a patch of sunlight, I let out a small gasp. I recognized him. The boy in the gray was Ty, the guy I had met 2 nights ago at the comic book shop. I stood there staring at him, not knowing whether I should wave like we were old pals or pretend. I didn't have a clue who he was. He was taller than I remembered, and couldn't help but admire his broad shoulders and the way his tangled, almost too long black hair was sticking to his forehead and curling around his ears and the nape of his neck. He didn't break my gaze, but one corner of his mouth quirked up into a grin. The smile lasted only a second and was replaced with a furrowed brow, but it still made my heart do a little jig. With a small inclination of his head, the boy walked right past Auntie Marmalade, still brandishing her rolling pin, and stalked over to the fence at the end of the alley. Without a single look back, he hopped over the chain link and headed toward the opposite road. I blinked. What just happened? Why did Auntie Marmalade just let him pass? Did she know him? Are you all right, ma'am? One of the servers was standing at my elbow, looking concerned. I'm fine, thanks. He nodded at me and walked over to Auntie Marmalade. They were too fast, we couldn't catch them. One ran down the main, the other two hopped in a car a few blocks away. Auntie Marmalade grunted and murmured something along the lines of stupid punks under her breath. What about the other guys? I piped up. The server looked confused. The other one? Yeah, the one in the gray shirt. The server gave me a long, blank stare. You know, I continued, the gray t-shirt, the black hair, the tall with broad shoulders, a crooked yet mildly seductive smile. That kind of makes you feel like a popsicle on the 4th of July. I stopped myself. Geez, Styles. Word vomit much? Ignore that last part, I indicated. The server, he walked right past you. The server was staring at me like I had sprouted a second head. Auntie Marmalade, who was cradling her rolling pin to her chest like a baby, offered me a sympathetic, a poor, sorrowful smile. You poor dear, you must be in shock. Come inside and I'll make yet a plate of nice hot fritters. Oh, no, thank you, ma'am. I'm fine, really. I thought about how Ty had walked so casually past Auntie Marmalade, as if she couldn't even see him at all, and hopped the fence, as if she couldn't even see him. I muttered under my breath, what was that, dear? Nothing, I shook my head. The servers followed Auntie Marmalade back into the restaurant, and I was left alone in the alley, feeling very much like I had entered the twilight zone. On the ground by the wall, a lump of material was lying in the dirt. It was Ty's leather jacket. Okay, I said, picking it up. So I'm not completely crazy. He was here. I wiped the dirt off the jacket and, feeling slightly ridiculous, folded over my arm and continued toward the library. The sidewalk was more tightly packed with people now. I weaved in and out of the foot traffic, trying to make sense of it all. And the mayhem that whirled around inside my head, I was so preoccupied with my thoughts. I didn't notice when the man in front of me came to a complete stop. Like an idiot, I slammed into the back and fell backwards onto the pavement. The man whirled around and gave me a dirty look. Sorry, I squeaked, trying to appear demure. He looked at me and then just kept walking. The palms of my hands were slightly skint from where I had landed on them, and my elbow was throbbing. Ow, I groaned, rubbing the spot gently. I stood up, assessing myself for more damage. Wiped the dirt off my jeans. When I straightened, Ty was standing in front of me, an amused expression in his eyes. The bruise on his cheek, the one I had noticed at the comic book shop, had faded to a greenish yellow color, but a new one was forming around his left eye. I was startled a little. How long have you been standing there? Long enough to see you wipe out on your ass, to wipe out on your ass. I didn't wipe out. I said, as a matter of factly, I was testing the sidewalk for durability. You'll be happy to know that this particular patch of concrete is in fact safe for pedestrians. I cocked an eyebrow at him. You're welcome. He let out a deep chuckle, and my cheeks warmed at the sound of it. I wasn't sure if he recognized me from the comic book store or not, and despite my initial emboldening response, I had absolutely no idea what to say next. Should I ask him about the fight? Well, now that I know the sidewalks are passable, I better get going. See you around. He waved, then turned and started walking toward the street. I stared at his retreating back. Wait, I called out. Wait. So that's it? He turned around to face me, walking backward. His face was lit with a grin. Were you expecting something else? Well, you could at least give me a high five or something. I saved your life after all, and I wouldn't mind knowing how you managed to go all Harry Potter with an insensibility cloak back there. Ty stopped, his features suddenly highlighted by a patch of fading sunlight. You saved my life. That guy had a weapon, I replied, matter of factly, pushing back my shoulders. He could have killed you. At this point, I wasn't sure the other boys actually had a real chance of killing this mysterious boy in front of me. But the fact remained that without my brilliant, okay, slightly stupid interference, the fight could have ended differently. Ty walked toward me, each step slow and methodical, his face bright in amusement. Trust me, he couldn't have killed me. I rolled my eyes. Though I had to admit I was the tiniest bit impressed by how certain he seemed of his abilities in the fight. You're kind of cocky, aren't you? Not at all, he said, without a single ounce of arrogance in his voice, as if he were staring a fact. And why don't we just call it even? Had any more troubles with Thor lately? So you do recognize me. Of course, babe. I had no control over the stupid smile that crossed my face. We're even. All the same, thank you, Langley. It's not every day such a pretty girl saves my life. He winked at me. He remembered my name. My stupid smile got even bigger. Oh, I turned around and walked back a few paces to where I'd fallen and scooped up his leather jacket from where I dropped it. When I turned back to face Ty, though, he was already rounding the next corner out of sight. Wait, I called after him. I have your jacket. He was already gone. Great one so far, isn't it? I probably read some of that, but I wanted to leave off on the ending of chapter 3 in case other people was not knowing what I'm reading and what it's about, and they can catch up faster that way. Huh? We got 2 or more pages, and then we'll be on chapter 5. Should I go and finish it and stop at chapter 5, or would y'all like to take a break and stop here? If y'all got things to do, y'all can feel free to do them. Don't let me hold you up on that. But I love this book. It's so scary. It's mystery. It's dark. It's all the above. Magical. What did y'all think about it so far? And as I said, Lainey is one of my favorite characters in the whole book so far. Lainey's she's something else. Okay. Just making sure I'm not holding y'all up. So y'all might have something to do. You never know. We're about to be to chapter 5 anyway. It's not much more left. Geez, Styles, where have you been? I've been blowing up your phone for the last 15 minutes. I was getting ready to send in a search party. Pick yourself up. I held my hand up and I tried to catch my breath. After Ty had disappeared, I ran the rest of the way to the library. I'm so sorry, Mags. I got distracted. Maggie raised an eyebrow. Distracted? Yeah, on the way over here there was the fight, and that guy from... A guy, huh? I rolled my eyes. How very like Maggie to completely skip over all the other details and go straight to the guy. It wasn't like that, okay? It was interesting. Oh, okay. Maggie stared at me, but decided to move on. Any news on the ghost front? My face fell. The fight had been a welcome distraction. Actually, yeah. I reached into my bag and pulled out the photograph of my mom. See the necklace in this picture? Maggie nodded. The woman I've been seeing is wearing the exact same one. I saw it when she appeared the first time and then again today. You saw her again? I hesitated. The voice in my head urged me to deny it, but instead I nodded my head. Oh, the sidewalk. I was heading here, and I saw something else too. Flashes, tidbits of memory, or something I could smell smoke. Weird, Maggie said, staring at me with wide eyes. She took the picture from my hand and stared at it. Any idea what this means? I bit down hard on my lower lip. I had no idea, but I didn't want to say it out loud, and the words were like peanut butter sitting on my tongue. I think she and my mom are connected somehow. Holy crap, Kitten Styles. That is, that is just crazy. Tell me about it. I must have looked panicked or wounded in some way, because Maggie leaned over and gave me a quick hug. Look, no matter what, I got your back. We'll figure all this out together, okay? I promise. No offense, Max, but I don't think that is a promise you can keep. Well, I'm going to try. I always admired Maggie's determination, even if it was fueled by mule-headed stubbornness. In this case, I was grateful for it. I took a deep breath. So what now? Maggie looped her arm through mine and steered me toward the double doors of the library. We'll just have to April O'Neil this thing until we find the answers. Just like that, huh? She grinned. Yep, just like that. You're something else, Mags. Is that a nice way of saying I'm totally crazy? Well, I smiled. Maggie shook her head at me. Oh, Styles, if I asked you to hop on a noxicle and fly into the fiery depths of Mordor with me, then you can call me crazy. But for now, let's just go with cheerfully optimistic. I let out a loud laugh. Fair enough. The end. We'll be on chapter 5 when we decide to go back and do it again on a Friday, or if I decide to switch it. Yep. That's what somebody else told me. They said Monday and Friday's good. But Monday and Tuesday I do things out of my writer and English language crap. I do a little bit of that, kind of both. It's like reading and how-tos, the steps, speaking right, running the right words when you're writing. It's all a bunch of those things. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the story Keeper. And if you haven't ordered you a copy, the author is by Kim Chance. Feel free to order you a copy. You can get it off of Indies, Amazon, eBay, I'm sure a Kindle, and get you a copy. You all need to read it. It's great. And I hope you all enjoyed, like I said again, the story time. If you like it, and those who come in, make sure you hit the like button. If you like me reading Keeper, you get an acquaintance with everyone else on my feed, getting to know each other. That's awesome. And if you watch many of my videos, you see how loyal I am, inspiring I am, happy most of the time I am. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click on that bell so you don't miss other live streams that come your way. This will be probably all the live streams I will do until Monday because it's the weekend. I've been busy a lot on weekends. My youngest girl will be coming down. So there won't be no live streams, you all, for the weekend. And today is Donald's birthday. Y'all wish him a happy birthday. Give a shout out. He's 17. It's his birthday. Yeah, you're right, exactly right. It's come to find out Ty is the one that's the ghost. I got confused and thought it was actually Maggie, but it's Ty. Ty is the one that was a ghost. I finally figured out, helped me read back on that part, and it made more sense then. Hello, unboxing. Welcome to my channel. How you doing? I'm doing great. Happy Friday to you. Welcome. I hope you didn't miss too much of the story, but if you did, you can always go back when it's uploaded and put out there. You can always go back and catch up. But I love this book. Kim Chance is a great author. And you know her theme is magic always leaves a mark. I want to come up with a great theme for my book. I just ain't figured out that theme yet, but I will come up with one. It's great. Exactly. He is a ghost. T.Y. Ty is the ghost of the story. And you know, Maggie and Lanny, all of them are close. Then you got their aunt, just one of the owners of the store, or like an aunt to them. She's very protective over them boys. And the girls. She's also protective of a girl, which is Laney and Maggie. They're the two girls. Hello, THC. Welcome to my live stream. How's it going? How you doing? I think you just missed part of story time. But that's okay. You can always go back and catch up later. We was reading on The Keeper again. The author by Kim Chance. If you haven't got you a copy, I urge you to order you a copy. And then she's got another one called The Seeker. It's the second sequel to The Keeper. Yeah, I know. It's just I missed when I was reading the first time, started reading it and doing it out loud, going live. I messed up a couple of times and I lost my place and it threw me off. But as I went back and read it and started where I stopped off at, everything started coming together more. You remember me telling you sometimes I have to read a little bit more than one time, go back and read it. Sometimes I have to do that with these characters, especially with the dark and twisted ones and the magic ones. Yeah, you like the one where I did the tea leaves? That was the inspirational one. I did that the other day or yesterday, I think. It's this book right here. You can get your copy of that as well. Yeah, I do little inspirations on these. It's different ones. It's by Nancy Struzman. She's the author of that book. Make sure you order your copy of that, you all. This book is old. I had this book forever. Didn't pay but $5.95 for it. It's probably cheaper now. It's just been back since, I'll tell you when I got it, since February 11th of 95. This book is old. So, yes, great. It's also good. I like all of my books. Different ones. Huh? Hmm. She was asking which one it was, and I showed her it's the tea leaves. You like that one? See, I already done started reading. I was doing the number count. And it was like Keeper was number one. That's the one that won its vote because nobody else really participated. Their internet kept messing up or it was something going on. Wink Poppy Midnight, that's mysterious too. It has plots, heroes, and villains in this book. Um, then number three was Nicole Brown, The Private Diary of a Life Interrupted. I've had that. We'll read them later on, even if they don't get picked. But the winner got picked 2 Fridays in a row. Keeper's been the winner both Fridays. I usually draw out numbers and I get enough people on. We do a vote in numbers what they want me to read. So I haven't read the tea leaves today. Exactly. I agree with you, Wayne. You figured out way better, faster than I did the first time. Wayne said happy birthday, David's brother. Thank you. He said thank you. He's a nameless t-shirt wearer, custom screen print. He can make shirts and all for you. And very good for that too. Yeah, next time we'll do tea leaves, and if y'all want me to next Friday, we'll do tea leaves, or I can do something Monday. And it don't just have to be on Fridays. It's just what mood I feel. If I feel in the mood to read, I'll switch it. Just like a couple weeks ago, it wasn't Friday. I read um, Wink and Poppy Midnight. I read it on a Thursday. It just depends what mood I'm in as well. Natalie Shuffman, who the heck's Natalie Shuffman? Liked your photo. I don't know who that is. Got all these weirdos just follow me. I don't know who the crap they are. Natalie? Oh, Natalie Huffman. It said Shuffman up there. She must have spelled her name wrong or something. What the? Okay, I'm still trying to get the hang of this apple here. Getting a lot more subscribers and followers on my Instagram. I love all these books. They all got something they speak to me about. This is inspiration when you're down at least certain Bible passages you can look up. It tells a story with it to help break the passage down. And it's all devotion, meditation for women. Men can order them a copy too. I'm sure they got it in a men's devotion for men's as well. I have John Keats poetry, beautiful poetry by him. Then I got the Psalms, Proverbs my brother gave me, words of wisdom. There's good things in that book. It's so tiny, I like it. But I am so glad that y'all that's been on here enjoy The Keeper because I like it. It's one of my favorite young adult books of all time. It's like in between magical, sci-fi, young adult. They're great. They're all wonderful. And I also have this book. It's kind of weird, but I like the color of it. It's called Let's Be Less Stupid. And it's an equal part sarcasm, silliness, and smarts anyone clever enough could write. And the title of it is just stupid, but when you start reading it, it is kind of funny. It's a little comedy book. It's not really big, but I bought that at my Dollar Tree store. That's where I got the Wink and Poppy. I bought it there too. Some books are good there, not all of them. It just depends. And you all know what I always tell people at the end of my stream, or when I'm done reading, to always what? Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, and others will believe in you. And then also believe that you can. I like that. I love that. I'm going to be doing my music in there, writing my songs. More music in there. You all know I collect different journals. I like them. I've had this one the longest. Then I got that one. And this is my newest one. Huh? Yeah, I don't count that because that's more like a drawer and a sketch pad. I can't click with that. I can't even write straight without lines on a page. It'd be all sideways. I think I showed him that the little family life tree journal that I got is pretty much like a sketch. I gave it to Donald because I couldn't click with it. I let him have it because he's the drawer around here. He can draw. I can't draw worth a lick. But I hope y'all enjoyed my live stream today. I hope y'all had a great Friday so far. And you're going to do something that's wonderful. It's going to keep you busy, but keep you on your toes and keep you happy. I wish good health for you all. And you all have a great Friday. Take care. It's good seeing you, Wayne and Dave. Thanks for all the help y'all doing and support y'all doing. Thanks for THC for coming on. And unboxing, you all know who you are. Give y'all a shout out. And for all the newest subscribers this month, I give you thumbs up. Thank you. Oh, David said happy birthday today. He puts a little cake up there.
Thank you.
Ric Flair is going to be timed. You mean fine or time? Because he's supposed to be dying. He drunk all his life. Did you say fine or is he dying? Ric Flair. Ric Flair is going to be fine. His text. You take care, Wayne. Take care, THC. It's my boyfriend's son's birthday, Donald. He's 17 today. Would you like to wish him a happy birthday? THC. Wait. Whose birthday? Yeah. You meant fine. Okay. So there was rumors about him dying. Was that made up or something? I like Ric Flair. I used to watch wrestling every day coming home from school. Yeah, it's my boyfriend's son's birthday. My partner's birthday, I think, was Monday, wasn't it?
Tuesday.
No, yeah, my partner's birthday was Tuesday. So I'm getting my days of week mixed up because it flies by so darn quick. But you'll have that on occasion. Huh?
This week has flown by.
Too fast, this whole month. Made up. It was made up. But I don't like to hear stuff made up. Because Wayne's one that brought it up yesterday, and I thought that was really true, what was going on. About Ric Flair, there was rumors saying he's in bad shape, that because him drinking for years, he's in bad health, and he said now that he was fine, it was made up. But you can't believe everything you hear unless you get to the source of it. His daughter just lives right out here, the one that your daddy says he likes it, he told us the story. That's his daughter, and she lives right out here, not far from us. And I never met Ric Flair's family. I used to get letters and stuff through the mail. Oh, she did. She said happy birthday to him with a cake and a balloon.
Thank you.
THC, David, Wayne, and where did unboxing go? He's probably doing a channel. I don't know if he's heard me say thank you for coming on. Wayne's like, really, David? They gonna pick on each other now as they brothers. Because he said, oh, Ric Flair is fine. He's like, really, David? That's what he told me. He said that was a bunch of crap. That wasn't true. Y'all need to do some deeper research on that. But you still get lied to, don't you?
My honest opinion about Ric Flair is I can care less.
You can care less, but I liked him when I was growing up. I don't watch or keep up to date with him now, but when I was younger, I did. At school.
I I ain't never been into the WWE.
It's fake shit, really.
Yep.
It's all fake.
I like UFC.
We like the kickboxing, the real deal, don't we? Like my brother, he used to be in the boxing match contest. He won trophies and plaques.
Street fighting's fun.
He's learned a little bit of that too. I learned a little bit of that. What my grandma was on the Mill Hill parts of it. What's it
Get out
called?
there, you a couple of your buddies for the art. Simulate.
Where y'all want to meet up at? We didn't say, oh, fuck this, I'm going to whoop your ass. We say, where you going to meet up at? I'll be there in which such and such. That's it. There was no conversation or anything back then.
There wasn't nobody saying nothing about it afterwards. It just happened to happen. It was just.
Yeah, he said he gave up WWE long time ago. David did. Said today, yes, his wife said today on country station today that he was fine. What if she's covering up? Yeah, I know all that's fake. It ain't real. We like the real fighting matches. Kickboxing, what's it called?
The UFC.
The UFC and I get them mixed up why they initial it. I used to watch my brother. My brother used to be in the fighting contest.
Like cage matches.
Yeah, the cage. That's the one he watches all the time. You and Dale's got something coming. Yeah, you're right. It's all fake. Ain't none of that crap real. It's all acting for the money. It's all about money. They put little tapes at the edge of their fingertips. That's what Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair used to do. They stick little razor blades and they'll go up and act like they punch them so they can cut them, make it look real, like they're bleeding. It's really from the blade. From the tapes they put on their fingertips. I know all about their little tricks. I used to watch them growing up. But I just kind of got out of touch for them, you know. After a while, you grow up, you realize stuff's fake and ain't reality. You don't care too much about it so much. But I like Ric Flair as a person. As a person, he's funny. Woo! That's his little trademark. Everywhere he go, he had to do that woo shit. But yeah, we can do different readings. It don't have to be the same story time. I could do some on Mondays. Okay. There's probably some over there too. Your pops drops things all the time, loses money all the time on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, we're the one.
And we do it too. We have war with the pennies and stuff. When we get bored, we do that. So, hey, pennies money too. And there's more, plenty of them right there.
I do that.
So what y'all gonna be doing this weekend? What is y'all's plans for the weekend? What y'all gonna be doing all weekend? You don't mind me asking. Share your stories. Share your success. How you growing on your channel and stuff. Those who's got a YouTube channel, that is. You have a great day too. All right, this is it then. You all have a great weekend. Take care. Peace out. I'll be doing more of that too here in bits. All right. What you gonna be doing, THC? What you gonna be doing this weekend? If you still there, what you gonna be doing this weekend? That's what I'd be trying to do. A little bit at a time. We work a little bit in the yard, do different stuff. Got to get some gas and do some more grass cutting. You got 88 subscribers. Good deal. I had 110, dropped one. Think I'm still at 109, 108. I ain't even checked it yet, really. I just went straight live on here. You'll be working on learning things. Nothing wrong with that. We learn something new every day, don't we? Thumbs up to you all. Keep growing. Keep setting your goals and never quit. Find out what your passion is and go with it. Stick to it and just do it. Bye. Y'all take care. Take care now. Have a great weekend. Let's get back to that reading and writing. Sticking to your goals. Have a great Friday, y'all.